I just got home and I got myself a Herbalife package. So it's been quite a while, about maybe, I want to say close to, or if not more than 3 years since I've been taking a cyberspace, literally cyber space, like space from cyber activity. Technology and me have had a interesting mismatch. And the more I think about it and the more I want to explain everything that has happened in there, I also have to explain from the right beginning the reason why that disconnection with technology happened. What happened? Besides everything else that physically happened, energetically, what happened? Something happened energetically, physically, however you want to call it or name it, that says, hey, technology's vibration zzz, and your vibration zzz, are not matching in the same vibration anymore. You're zzz, different. You're not fully on the same level or same vibration anymore. Or the vibration the electronic or at that time was being used, or what I was getting from the technology being used, and my vibration of what was happening in my life and what I was doing and what I was trying to go towards manifesting, calling forth, was no longer matching. And it took about close to three years for me to be able to come back fully like myself, fully embracing who I am again, and being able to be like, okay, let me put words to the things that happen when we are embarking this journey called life, in a way that we're not just going and settling for what it is, but we're really asking ourselves, who am I? Who am I? And why am I here? And why does this happen? Or why do things happen? What am I supposed to do with the things happening? What is my duty, my responsibility? Do I have a responsibility? Do we have a bit bigger purpose? I always know there's a yes. There's always a yes, of course. There's something always here lingering around us saying, yes, you're great. You're meant for something. You're purposeful. There is something here that is just destined for you, and there's nothing else no one else can ever take because it's only meant for you, right? And growing up, there was a lot of like religious stuff. I grew up in a Catholic religious household with my parents raising me as in a Catholic household. But my mom, being one out of 12 children, she had siblings that had who were Christian, who were Jehovah's Witnesses, who were evangelist, or whatever the other, faiths or no faiths, that they were atheist, like the family, that extra extension of family, having so many people being known as we're family. We're related, we're family because our blood says so, but at the same time, I'm being raised with this idea, and your idea is different than the purpose or the God, right? The source, the God, always raised with God being as a all-seer, overseer of everything and controller of everything in life. And it was not, and this God was keeping a list or keeping score, and you either went to hell or heaven depending on how you were or what you did. And there were certain commandments. There was 10 commandments. There was all these rules, all these things that had to be done to be good and have a good life. And in that process, me being who I am now, as so many terms that I don't identify with, and at the same time I identify, but at the same time I understand fully that these are just terms for our human brains to be able to wrap our heads around the idea of what's happening, because we need to know. We can't, it's so hard for us to just trust and believe and know that we know without having to understand why we know what we understand. So me being a trans man, non-binary, kinky, polyamorous, or what I believe is polyamorous because I am an all-loving being, right? monogamous in the state. See, words play, right? Poly, monogamous, all these things about ways of loving people have always been a center topic growing up, you know, and in my adult life as well. Choosing the family that I chose with Kayla and Kaden and Delia, choosing to embark on a journey with them, raising kids that were not biologically mine, but fully immersing myself and saying, I am going to step in and raise you as my own, thinking and believing what I was believing that would be. Having been a sexual abuse survivor, and now understanding that I was trafficked, and I am working and surviving and thriving, even though these people were families and friends and people maybe that I didn't know or that I did know, but to understand and to have to come to a realization that, hey, when I spoke about my truth about the abuse, and abuse is different, right? There's more than just sexual, there's physical, emotional, mental, psychological, right? All these. When I spoke up and finally said, hey, enough, I just can't be happy with who I am. I can't be me and be surrounded by so much darkness and dimness that didn't allow me to fully be in myself, right? When I spoke up and I realized that the people who were close to me were not truly, fully there for me, holding space for me the way I deserved. And I thought I deserved, but even at that moment, because I didn't get it from my parents, I believed that no one else, and I didn't deserve it because of the religion used against me. You are a sinner, I am evil, I am a monster, I have the devil within me. These were things that were being said to me from my parents on a very consistent basis. So having to actually, thank you, I'm seeing the signs, it's 1, 2, 3, it's 12:03, and I'm grateful for the steps that I'm taking. Being able to get out of that, go into relationships, love people, having like fiancés, getting in a relationship, believing I'm in love, and I'm gonna marry this person, and then realizing I transition with them and it's just not working out and it becomes abusive. First understanding of me being in a relationship and seeing full on firsthand how domestic abuse comes in relationships, because I myself was in it, being both giver and receiver, because it takes, it's just not a one person thing, right? It takes two, it takes work, it takes connection, it takes matching energy. It takes matching vibrations. Bzz, matching vibrations like attracts like, and that's, in one way or another, we were both in the same vibration. We decide, however we decide, that our vibrations are not matching and we have to go shift. And here I am again, finding myself in now another relationship with a family, with kids, and immersing myself for 8+ years, and then realizing again that our vibrations are no longer in the same vibration. They're way, whatever you want to call it. And as much as we want to hold on to our family and our kids and our loved ones and what feels secure or safe or what feels known and comfortable, who am I? And why am I here? Who are you and why are you here? Who are they and why are they here? We are not just put in this place just to exist and just to take and just to work and just to think about money. No, if we think about back in time, even all these people who used the Bible against me, at one point, I'm like, give me this Bible and let me read this Bible, because let me understand what you're using against me. Let me understand what it is that I'm doing so wrong, and or who I am is so wrong. And the more I read this Bible, the more I see that there is nothing wrong with who we are. All beings. If anything, we have a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunications of what is being said or who is saying these things. With what intention and what energy and what vibration. I am now coming back to fully feeling, understanding that my vibration yet again, I chose it, I wanted it, I asked for it. You all saw me ask for it. All the affirmations, I am grateful, I am powerful, I am magnificent, I am thriving, I am successful, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am handsome, I am optimistic, I strive for my dreams, I am a millionaire, I am financially free, I am loving, I am admired, I am loyal, I am faithful, I am strong, I am strength, I am love, I am capable, I am choosing the right choice every single time. There is nothing out in this world that can harm me because I am fully protected and guided by divine love. I am a God's child. I'm a child of God. I was told growing up, I was a child of God growing up. All this time, how beautiful, how pretty, and divine, how smart, how amazing. This child of God, this princess, a princess. And because I inside knew that, hey, I can be what you're saying, but there's more to me. There is way more to me. There's this whole thing. There's Michael. There's MQ. There's me. Just my existence, self. I am that I am. You are that you are. If you say I am that I am, you are everything. We are everything and nothing all at once. And here I am again realizing this. This is again alien talk, taboo talk. Like, do not talk about this, people, because people are going to start thinking all this weird things that you're crazy. And I used to talk about this, and my parents used to tell me how crazy I was. And then I was on 13 medications. Y'all know that. I was on 13 medications. So people thought that I was actually crazy. Now I'm on 0 medications. Now I'm not even drinking. Now I'm not even cutting. Now I'm not doing any of the self-harm, the tactics that people were saying that was proving myself to be crazy. And I'm still thinking the same things. So I was never crazy, my friends. I was just being traumatized and triggered. I just didn't know better. I'm so happy and grateful that I can see that right now. And at the same time, there's a pain that comes with the pain that I put myself through or that happened to me to get to this point. And I know for a fact that there's going to be more out there to come into. The more I desire the dream life that I know I can have, that will be a reality, the more I know and I listen to what is being told, that little voice that's saying, you are powerful, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are my child. You are meant to be here. You have a great purpose on this life. You have a great purpose in this world. You are admired by so many look up to you. You are here to change the world by being better, because when people look at you, they copy you. So give them a great example of what to copy. Give them the vision that I've given you, a genderless world where people are just existing, where these stigmas of roles are not there. I'm not saying that we don't have sexes. I'm just saying we don't have gender roles. And many people have confused so many things. People don't even know the difference between identity and sexuality. So why am I paying attention to those who don't even know the difference? Why am I listening to them if they are not yet understanding that I am that? I am. I am now being loved on by this pastor, by someone named Michael, by someone who also says I am that I am, by someone who understands source. And this person now has said, I am, and I want to be your spiritual father. I want to guide you and mentor you. I want to give you and show you that you are my child, because you are a child of God. And here I am thinking again, oh my gosh, I know what you're saying is true. I believe it, and I just somehow needed permission again to believe it in this new vibration that I'm at, this different vibration. And it's been a journey, because everything that is, now that I'm at this vibration, everything that's not meant to be in this vibration has fallen or is falling off. And that is a painful, uncomfortable, sad, sometimes felt lonely. But truly, even in that lonely feeling or that thought of this old pattern, old belief that I'm lonely, I knew how fully supported I am from energy, ancestors, angels, God. Someone has me. There's someone's holding me. Someone is saying, I got you, MQ. You are not falling, because you are safe. Because you are doing exactly what you're meant to do. And as long as you continue on this path, there's always going to be this net underneath you. Just don't get out of the net. But as long as you stay here, you're always going to have that net. They're always going to have those ropes hanging from you, grabbing you, saying, you can't even fall down because I got you. My shoulders would be hurting. I would physically, my stomach was throwing up. Physically, I was having illnesses or ailments that were hurting. My shoulders hurting. People that our shoulders hurt only when we are not feeling our angel wings. When our angel wings are hurt. That's why our shoulders, this is where our wings come out from, my babies. Massage your wings. Remember divinely, remember who you are, and tell yourself, hey, you are supported and you need to go ask for support and get those wings fixed. When my back was hurting, I wasn't feeling supported. Literally wasn't feeling financially supported. I didn't feel I can fall or trust myself. I felt money was bad because of the belief growing up that money is nasty or bad, or that rich people are evil, or that rich people and wealthy people didn't earn the money the hard working way. They used the easy way out. People who have easy money coming into their accounts did it in some malicious like cheating their way. People who have abundance all the time are not okay, good people. That's what my parents' philosophy and blueprint of money was, because they also understood and thought that money only came to white people, which in a certain effect comes to white people in America because it is a capitalistic, and the world, it's the system works better for white people than for Mexicans, or the people of color, blacks, Indians, Chinese, you name it, different cultures that are not the white standard cis hetero normative white American culture here in this, where my parents and where I have been growing up, right? I'm not speaking from everywhere in the world, because obviously there's different parts of the world that I don't experience right now in this moment. But that doesn't mean that I don't understand it when I get there, when I get that frequency, because I am one, and what affects one affects the others. And when we know, understand that, that is when really big stuff starts shaking and happening, to the part that I can't even post on social media, because I was like, I am not resonating with the conversations that are being had. I'm not resonating with the posts that are being posted. I'm not resonating with what I'm scrolling on and who I'm following and who's following me. That our energies, our communication, our languages are not resonating. And because that wasn't resonating, what was happening in my house wasn't resonating. What was happening in my partnership was not resonating. What was happening in my relationship, with my kids, in the relationship with my family, it was all not resonating. It was shifting because I was asking for it. And that's what happens when we ask for it. When we ask for something, don't be surprised when things shift and rock our world, because we're asking for something that has not been yet done. So that means that what has not been yet done is not who we are, and what will be. We will have to be a different person. And there's only one way for us to be a different person, is for us to change. And we will only change not by force, not because daddy said so, but we will only be changing ourselves when we truly have a mindset, because we had a heart set, we had our heart changed. We understood, we felt it. We understood because we felt it. We have to feel it. We have to feel to change. Because to feel means to vibrate. And we vibrate when we tap into our vibrations. That's when we change our vibrations. We elevate or we lower our vibrations by what we are feeling. Feelings is energy and motion. Emotion is energy and motion. Emotions are feelings, energy, emotion, vibration. Everything is vibration. Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Gandhi, Jesus, all of us, all these people, all these spirits, all these souls, all these energetic beings, whatever you want to call it. God even is energy. God is energy. When we pray to God, we're not praying to a human. We're praying to something that we believe that exists without us knowing existing, because we have a belief, an energy, energetic source, a powerful being, so powerful that has us when we are born, saying that that power is within us and this us is them, and we are linked as one because we are made in the like image as of one. And when we start realizing this, when I started realizing this, my life truly began to shake and shift. And I could not update technology, let alone understand how to verbalize what was going on, and at the same time actually experience the shifts that were happening, that I needed to be present. And there's no way to be present when we have technology all the time. And that's now a shift that I'm trying to figure out. But I realized that the thing that I realized is that